Strange Babe. How you doing? It's Saturday, month of June 2026. Today is, let me see, today is the 27th. Hopefully everyone is having a good Saturday, enjoying your weekend. It rained where I'm at. I was surprised to see that. Yeah, so it cooled the place down a bit. Today's topic is anything you want to talk about. I talked about a little of my experience in going to clubs. That was just the bad part. Um, but after that happened, I didn't go to the clubs too much more. Too much more. I kind of stopped. Well, I did stop. I would go to like maybe a bar where you sit down and it's no dancing or anything like that. A little social bar, but I haven't done that either. But yeah, after that happened, I stopped going to clubs. I don't go anymore. That was just I don't know, it was just a wake up call. I didn't know how vulnerable I really was and how comfortable I was getting in there in clubs. I was getting too comfortable. And yeah, that went down, but got out of it safely. Yeah, so that was pretty wild. It's ruined my whole night. That's why when you go like to a club, you want to make sure you go to the bar and watch them pour the drink. Don't let anybody bring the drink like to you if you're sitting down, especially if you're out just socializing and you're not with anyone. Go to the bar and watch them pour the drink. I stopped going to the club after that went down. So, you gotta have your wits about you when you're in a social setting when it's music playing, it's loud, people moving all around. And then, after my friend told me how she caught like a girl, of all things, another girl trying to film her in the stalls, of the club. The girl was like, I guess, watching to see, who was maybe feeling, just not aware, just out having fun, thinking about the guys, the music, the dance, and not thinking about safety. But yeah, she was aware enough to know that someone had came behind her and was pretty much stalking her in the girl's bathroom with a camera, put the camera above. It wasn't at the below, it was above the toilet thing. And the woman eased out once she noticed that the young lady, my friend, noticed what she was doing. She eased out the club while she was still, in the stall. She eased her way back into the club. So yeah, women be stalking too. They be on some dumb shit in them clubs. They be doing it for men, could be doing it for themselves. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. What I'm talking about, safety in clubs and the things that happen when me and a friend went. I was Mickey'd. Um, One night it was 2000 as a matter of fact, and I was just saying, do not let anybody just bring you a drink. I think this day and age, people are a little more cautious, but in a way, are we? Are we really cautious when somebody gonna buy you a drink? You be just so excited to get that free drink. You don't think that, hey, this person could have make it. You know what the funny thing about it is? It came from people that I thought wouldn't do that. He was nice, clean cut, looked like he was like a student. And you would, when you think about being drugged or Mickeyed or, offered drugs, you would think like it's some seedy character standing on a corner. But no, it takes somebody that look like they have it together to get you. Because I get you to use something or do something, because nobody would take drugs from a guy on the corner looking all messy and scrubby and offer you some kind of drugs. But if he's clean cut and nice looking, you like, oh, what kind of harm can it do? Well, a lot. That's why. Hello, how y'all doing? That's why you got to be careful, because when I got Mickeyed, it was not from the scumbag. It was from the guys that I would thought was educated, got their stuff together. But yeah, they Mickeyed me, put something in my drink. Those are the ones that you least expect, the clean cut ones. And yeah, after, like I said, after that happened, I stopped going to the clubs. Please hit that like and subscribe. This is Yesme TV. I'm Stranger Baby. You can just call me Stranger, because that's all we really are. But the reason why I call myself Stranger is because it's the meaning of my name in a different language, Greek. But so you can call me Stranger, you can call me Stranger Babe SB, no big deal. But yeah, you got to be so careful when you go out in them clubs these days. And it pretty much changed my life when that happened to me. I stopped going to clubs. I just stopped going because I felt like I was, it felt like a horrible setup. Could you imagine what would have happened if I would have went with those guys and just passed out? Because that's all that drug did. It didn't make me high or nothing. It just made me pass out. Just pass out. That's it. And then the funny thing about it, I didn't remember anything from the time I took the drink that they gave me until the time that I woke up and everybody was out of the club. So that's what you call a total blackout. Welcome to the chat. I was just, telling a few things of my experience. But yes, the guys that did it did not look like scrubs. They looked like they was about to graduate college. And then the thing that made it kind of weird, they was like in suits. In the club, they was like really had sharpened their look when they went in the club. They was like wearing suits, which I thought was a bit too much, because I was in a black mini skirt and a black leather mini skirt and a leather halter top, and I thought they was well overdressed, with the suits on. But yeah, those was the scumbags. The ones with the suits on, I'll never forget it. Was 2000. And yeah, it was just turning that. 1999 had came out with Prince and stuff. So they just ruined my 2000 New Year's Eve going out, because it was some creeps in the club that target me, pretty much like I'm being targeted now. But it's here they're using V2K, and they never stop talking. And it seems, now that all this happened, it seems like have I been targeted my whole life? Because not only was I being targeted in the club, I'm being targeted now. You know, people using V2K on me, and what V2K is just nonstop talking. When someone just keep talking and they're saying the same things about 1,000 times a day. I know that's hard to believe. I can't believe it. I'm still in shock. I still can't believe I'm actually going through this, but it is happening. And anybody that's going through it, you know, I feel bad for you because there ain't no justice for us. These people are hiding themselves and using a high technology on us that we can't fight. There's no way to fight it. And you know, with this B2K I'm getting, it's like they're doing mind reading or some shit. I can't even explain it. It sounds just as stupid to me as it sounds to anybody else. But you know, this technology is out here. Someone said it's because I talked about it that they're doing the most to me. But the fact of the matter is, what else I was supposed to do? Just crawl into myself and just slowly just waste away and not say anything, just take all the verbal abuse that they dishing out, never say nothing to anybody, never try to look for answers or help. And you know, because the only thing I want to know is how to stop it. That's all I want to know, how to stop it. You know, but it seems to me they claim they will stop it if I do what they want me to do. Well, I'm not gonna do something somebody who's harming me want me to do. That don't make sense. Why would I do what they want me to do when they're trying to harm me? You know, they didn't come up to me like, hey, I need to talk to you or anything like that. They just went straight on the attack. I remember one time I went out and I don't know if this ever happened to um, anybody out here listening, but I went out with this guy. You know, it was during the time I was going to the club, and he had drove me way out. And you know, being dark, me being young and naive, I let this man drive me because he said he was going to take me to the club. I let this man drive me way out in this like country area. And come to find what he was doing, and it was dark. It was one of these little country towns that didn't have a lot of light poles. And he drove me, and he told me he would take me to the club, no problem. And I'm like, okay, cool. And so I'm all excited, listening to the radio and stuff. This guy, he's just driving and driving. And we get to this small town. And in this small town was the club that I wanted to go to. But I didn't know my way there because I wasn't from this small town. I just been there before. So we get way out in this dark, no lights, very dimly lit um, country town, and he makes this turn on this dirt road. So he rides down this dirt road. I'm not concerned or anything because um, that's how the club was. It was down a dirt road in a little town. And I thought this is where he was taking me. How about when we get in front of a house. It's his house. He's from a small town. I don't even know if I was in the right small town. All I knew it was a small town. And then start hitting on me. You know, saying if I wanted to go there, I needed to be with him. Oh my goodness, you talking about freaking out. I started cussing his ass out, like from A to Z. And I was like, how the blank you can take me way out here and talk? I do not want you like that. Yes, I had got real rude and shit with his ass. And he walked in his house and went inside and left me out in front of his damn house in the damn dark, in a dark road. All I could hear is dog barking, and it seemed like the dogs was barking from a distance, and I was just cussing his ass out. I was standing in front of his house just cussing, loud talking, and then I looked into the distance. I seen it was his other little house, but the houses was far away from each other, especially walking at night. I couldn't see myself walking down no dark road. I mean, I could not see the hand, a hand in front of I couldn't see my own hand in front of my face. Where's your camera? It's on. I just got the picture up because I'm telling a few stories. That's about it. But yeah, it's still working. I could not see my hand in front of my face. This man done drove me way out in this dark country town with no real head, no real posts, no lights or nothing. It was so dark you couldn't see your hand in front of your face. So I couldn't see myself walking down to nobody's house and asking them to pretty much call the damn police because this asshole done abandoned me out in the damn country wilderness, and goes in the house simply because I wouldn't make out with him. So I'm standing out there just cussing, raising all kinds of hell. I'm raising all kinds of hell. And then how about his mama, his little old grandmammy, comes out the house, tells me to stop making that noise and leave her son alone. I'm like, what? I could not believe that woman said that to me. And I'm like, your son just drove me way out here and went in there. You leave him alone. He told me you wanted drugs. I'm like, what? I couldn't believe it. You talking about, see, that's what I'm talking about. Setups, being targeted. And I'm like, how long has this been going on? It seemed like my whole life somebody is always out to freaking get me or do me, you know. And yeah, it's hard to trust anybody these days. That's why I have the friends I have, I've been knowing them for years, years, years. And that's why I don't say I say no new friends, not on the internet. I don't mind meeting people on the internet because it's internet, but I don't need to meet nobody else in person. I done had enough bullshit go down with me trying to befriend somebody. Yes, the guy wanted to pretty much use me for his personal pleasure for a ride to the club. And I'm like, I ain't doing shit with you. Hello, how you doing? I'm like, I ain't doing shit with you. And the thing was, he wasn't even good looking. It's always the ugly ones. This motherfucker ugly. And you know what? I didn't want to call nobody ugly, but the bitch was ugly inside and out. I wasn't gonna do nothing. Um, it says, sending blessing and blood prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing be upon him. All right, thank you for saying that. Hi. Is everyone doing on this Saturday? I was just telling the viewers about a couple of dates that I had that went horribly wrong. These country guys get you out there in these back roads, and yes, you got to be careful. That's why, yes, I have very few people that I call friend. I've been knowing them for years. Come to my private chat. Unblocked. I don't have anybody blocked. I don't have any mods. This is a no mods channel. So I'm not sure how that's possible. I don't have any mods. I don't know. Let me see. Nope, nope, nope. Yeah, no mods. This is a free fall. Say whatever you want to say. Freedom of speech is welcome here. No subject is taboo. No subject is taboo. Feel free to speak your mind. Yep, I put this up here. Small things that makes you happy. Small things that make me happy. I could answer that one. I like a good burger. I do. One good burger do me fine. Um, Hopefully it got cheese on it. That makes me happy. A nice burger. And that's a pretty small thing. Just a nice cheeseburger. That makes me happy. Thank you for coming into my chat. I appreciate everyone that stopped through. I just wanted to talk a little bit. I know a lot of some people like the camera be on, but I just felt like if I'm gonna just, tell a couple of stories, ain't no need to turn on the camera. It's Saturday, and yeah, I figure maybe people would like to join this chat. You could say whatever you need to say. I am watching the stream, and I will comment on any comment you direct my way. I appreciate everybody that come through here. But yeah, the end of the moral of the story is be sure you know the person that you ride with. I mean, when somebody offer you a ride, somebody offer you a drink, those are the shitty things that can happen. Those, and it happened to me. I was young, I was naive. I thought he was a nice guy. I thought they was gonna just buy a lady a drink, But come to find, they had intentions, other intention. It wasn't just a drink they was gonna buy. I'm talking about when I was slipped a Mickey, and then not only was I slipped a Mickey, I met someone else, and he tried to drive me way out in a country road and wanted me to make out with him. And, being young and taking rides and taking drinks is not a good thing to do. And nowadays, it's probably even worse, but, because they got something for you out there. But yeah, you gotta be careful about taking rides, taking drinks from strangers, cause bad things can happen. But the end of the story was I screamed, I hollered, I cussed his ass out in front of his yard until they called the damn police, and the police took me home. Yep. And you really can't do nothing because the guy, he drove me to his house. So, his mama house. So, he knew what he was doing. He knew exactly what he was doing. He was just going to go in the house if he couldn't have his way. And then if I make a scene, then it look like, I'm just this girl in front of his house screaming about whatever, and he can just say whatever he want, make it look like I came to his house acting like a fool or something. Yeah, the nigga set me up. He was older than me, so I guess he would come up with a little slick little planned. But that's what I'm saying. You gotta be so careful with people. That's just a few things that happen, a couple of things that happen. But doing going to clubs and stuff, it's always another story, and another one. I quit going to the club because it wasn't right for me. I mean, I guess I was just a little too trusting with people, and people had bad intentions. That's why I'm like, why am I being so targeted? And then, they act like your rights or your that you don't matter, that you just don't matter. Only thing that matters is what they want, what I want, or my rights, or how I feel don't fucking count. And I'm sick of that. I'm like, I'm not gonna be just pushed around anyone anymore. Ain't nobody gonna just tell me what it is. I'm gonna tell you what it is. Cause I'm not that naive girl anymore. I was kinda airheaded, a little stupid. I made some bad choices in life that I had to pay for. But I just wanna say, just be careful and make the right decisions because it's a lot of people out here that will love to do you dirty. They will love to do you dirty. And one thing, nothing about it. So just be careful when you do decide to go out. Yeah, always go out with a group, stick with the group and all that. Don't go astray. Because things could happen when you decide to go the other way, and all the girls are in the club and you don't wandered off. Just don't do it. It'll avoid you some headaches, that's for sure. But yeah, with this targeting stuff, it's still going on. I'm getting the V2K. I'm getting the mind reading. It's almost like they can read my fucking mind. Like I can be thinking something in the V2K technology is saying what I'm thinking word for word. And then I'm thinking, okay, if this was such a secret or whatever, what the fuck you telling me for? Why you using it on me? I don't know why they thought I would keep it a secret. Why should I? I mean, I don't owe you nothing. You're doing me dirty. Why in the hell would I want to keep your secret when you're doing me dirty? But yeah, the technology is out here, believe it or not. Like I said, if I'm lying, I'll go in front of live and tell them, well, come to find, I was tripping. My brain had a break, and I was hearing all kinds of shit. But I don't think that's gonna happen. But it's a fight for my sanity right now. A lot of people say it's a spiritual warfare, but I feel like it's a fight for my life. They're trying to take over my life. They're trying to run my life. They're trying to make me go insane. They want me to be crazy. I mean, not just crazy, super fucking crazy. All this stock and because I would see the same cars over and over. I see them. Do I try to catch them on camera? No, I don't. It's because they pop up radically. It's just like here and there every now and then. But I'm like, okay, I keep seeing this car, and I keep seeing this man. And so, you can't just pull your camera out every time because usually they're trying to go the other way, but they want you to see them at the same time. They want you to see them. They'll put something distinctive on their car that'll make you recognize this car all the time. Like, some people say they do the one headlight, you know, or if they ain't doing that, they're doing something else, something to make you recognize their car, and they want you to say it on your platform. It's almost like you're promoting them, free advertisement. Like this is like is what they want. They want you to tell everything so they can have their free advertisement or something. Because a lot of these stalkers act like they want to be seen, and I don't take pictures of the faces a lot of the time simply because I don't want nobody to say, you know, she called me a gang stalker and it ruined my career and now I want to sue her. Because they think like one day I might get some money for this channel. I don't even see it coming. I mean, it's hard enough trying to get subs. Um, and everybody that come through here, I'm asking you, please hit the like and subscribe. I'm not gonna change it all. I'm gonna be who I am, stranger babe, and I'm not gonna be cussing out my viewers unless they need it. But for the most part, I'm gonna be me, um, 100% of the time, cause it's hard to be anybody else. I can't be anybody else. So I'm just sitting here, and yes, I'm on a diet. I'm doing a crash diet. I'm guessing just damn near starve myself for 2 weeks. See if I can get a few pounds off. I done sat over here in Utah and got Utah fat, so now I'm trying to lose a few pounds. Today I had 3 tacos and I think just a turkey patty. And so that's all I'm gonna have for dinner and lunch and skip breakfast. So I mean it was a lot of protein is what I ate. So yes, I'm on a diet. I'm starving. I'm getting ready for Florida, trying to get my Florida body back. I done came here. I had dropped weight and then I put it back on. I had lost during there 20 something pounds. Then I put it back on. Now I'm trying to take it off. Now I know on this bus I'll probably lose some weight because I can't eat the way I normally would. Um, that is coming up. But yeah, I'm gonna have to shed these pounds. It's really tough. I'm used to having food in my stomach, not just sitting around and ain't nothing in it. And I could tell I'm gaining weight because this is what I do. I'm never empty. My stomach is never empty. I just ate something. That's when I know I'm on a weight gain. I'm on the weight gain wagon when my stomach is never empty because I was sitting around and I thought to myself, you've been full for the whole week. Not one time have you felt a hunger pain. So now I'm gonna have to feel them hunger pains. Cause yes, being full for a week, I am on a weight gain wagon. Thank you for coming in. This is Yesme TV. I am Stranger Babe. I call myself Stranger Babe because it's meaning my name. It's meaning of my name. And yeah, you can call me SB, you can call me Stranger, you can call me Babe. Babe, but Stranger Babe, I don't want you to call me Babe too much because y'all might have women out there and they might be like, what are you doing calling her Babe? But yeah, SB, that's fine. I am watching the live stream, so be feel free to put a comment in here. I don't have any monitors, moderators. I don't know how you can say I'm blocked. I don't have no monitors. Come to my private. Let me see. Oh, let's see. But anyway, come on to my live. Say what you need to say. You're welcome to come in. This is a free speech platform. I don't mind talking about whatever you want to talk about. If I don't know about it, I'll be honest. I'll tell you, I don't know nothing about it. If I know a little something about it, I will share it with you. But for the most part, I know a little bit about everything, a little bit. And some things I don't know nothing at all. So I could learn something. I am not um, so close minded. I'm not willing to learn. I am willing to learn. I learned a phrase that I wasn't aware of. MPCs. Now I know what that means because I didn't know what they was talking about. But now I do, and I kind of like the term a little bit. NPCs. hmm And we're having a little moment of silence, seeing if anybody coming through. I started doing these pictures and just talking simply because I got so many videos out. I mean, it ain't just my live chat. I do have other videos out that I'm encouraging you to please go check out. If you look at my videos, then it'll give you an idea of who I am. It put it all together. You'll see that I'm pretty much who I am on on screen and just a picture. I talk about the same things, not the same things, but I talk about things and I could be a little rough around the edges, yes. But for the most part, I am just like you. I don't have the power to stop anybody from doing anything. I'm not a racist. I can't stop nobody from doing shit. I'm not homophobic. I got relatives that I care very much for that's in the gay community. So um, that is not the case. But sometimes when you're getting trolled by a certain group or a type or um, individual, a group, individual, you have the tendency to kind of go for the throat because they're fucking with you. I said that I was gonna try not to do too much cussing, you know, but I'm gonna. I know me when I cuss, it's gonna be um, probably needed to be in there because I'm trying to get a point across as much as best I can. So sometimes my conversation will be laced in profanity. but I'm trying my best not to. And it can be done. I had a stream that I didn't cuss not one time. I was like, oh, okay, that wasn't so bad. This is Just Me TV. I am Stranger Babe. Please hit that like and subscribe. I am talking about whatever you want to talk about. This is a freedom of speech platform, and no, no one is safe. Can't come on here if you're thin skinned because it's gonna get real, and it may not be right now. Right now, I'm young and I'm a novice. It's a young channel. Well, it ain't no young channel. So I've been on here for like maybe 3 years. So, but this is the first time I did a live in, and I'm still a little shaky with it. Not confident as much as I would like to be, but I'm getting there, and hopefully I can find my YouTube audience that I can mesh with. When I come on here, you can tell me hello. I can tell you hello. You tell me how your day going, and so on and so on. If you want to talk about a topic that that's been on your mind, we can talk about it. But I gotta admit, I have not been looking at the news. But if it's something that people are really want to talk about and get into, then I would take my time and do my homework and figure out what I feel about it. But yes, any kind of topic is fine with me, just as long as you ain't going too crazy with it. You can say whatever you want, but you don't want to get too wild where you run everybody off and nobody want to talk to you. But I don't want thin-skinned people on here either, where every time you drop the F word or talk about a subject or your party that you like, um you get offended. So I don't need none of that going on. Today I just thought a little bit of a little bit about what happened to me year 2000, and it was pretty raw, and I kind of finished it off on this live here and added another story about going to the clubs. And the reason why I kind of stopped going, not to knock nobody business, it's just you just gotta be careful out there. People they was crazy back then and they crazy now. So ain't no year it was better than the other when it comes to crazy people. Some people just, they try to catch you slipping, and when you're out partying, okay, we got somebody coming in. I am gay. Okay, good for you. Sometimes when you're out partying and stuff, they'll catch you slip. People out there trying to catch you slipping. And that's what you don't want. You got to be cautious. You got to be careful. And those are the stories. That's the stories I was telling is about the times when I wasn't cautious, when I wasn't careful, and how easy it is to get in a situation like that. Because when I was at that club and I had on my leather mini skirt and my leather halter top, it was black, weave was new. I had my new weave in. Yeah, I was feeling myself, but guess what? I was being targeted and didn't have a clue. Didn't have a clue. But I mean, the Mickey kicked in before they could get me out of the club. That's what happened. Okay, we got somebody in the chat. They said I am gay, and then they said I'm kidding. Okay, well, if that's what you find amusing, I hope you enjoy that. Okay, you're not. But yeah, what I'm talking about is going out to the clubs. Do anybody in the chat, do you do any clubbing? Are you a Kelfer clubber? You know, you gotta have people with you. But that's what I'm talking about. If there's anything else on your mind, go right ahead and tell me. But is anybody clubbing these days? You know, because I used to go to the club every weekend. I mean, I was ready. Every weekend I wanted to go to the club. To the club. Mm, but I guess some people just, I don't know, have a different sense of humor. Chat, as y'all can see, I don't know whether or not anybody come through, but yeah, somebody wanted to put out, I am gay, and then I'm kidding. I don't understand it. Maybe you do. Well, laugh it up, yuck it up. Okay, if anybody come through, be sure to hit that like and subscribe. This is Yesme TV. Right now, I'm talking about clubbing. Do you go clubbing? And if you do you have good or bad memories? Are you cautious? Are you careful when you're out clubbing? Because I wasn't. And when you're not careful, things happen. Thank goodness I was not hurt. But the situation like what I was in, something awful could have happened. You know, even just putting that in my system was was messed up because I don't know what that stuff was made out of. And like I was saying, the scumbags and well dressed people, let me tell you something. You're not gonna take no drugs from somebody who look like a scumbag and act like a scumbag. But somebody well dressed, put together, look like they're educated, you might be like, oh, what's the big deal? They look like they got it going on. They say it's cool, it's okay. But then it's something bad for you. Cause I think a lot of people give you know, like the homeless and the people ain't dressed to the nines and you know, they give them a bad rap, like, oh, they'll give you some drug shit. It be the ones dressed GQ with a nice car. They'll give you them damn drugs and you be sick as a dog, addicted and everything else. Shoot, a local scumbag, they trying to keep that shit for themselves. They ain't trying to give you nothing. But you know, them ones they got it get going on. Well, at least you think they got it going on simply because they well dressed, well spoken, nice car, live in a nice place, nice job, and then they give you a little Rudy toot. Now you're in it. Now you're in something like quicksand. You gotta, the more you struggle, the deeper you fall, and deeper you sink into it. You know, so you can't give, you know, certain types of people that kind of rep because, like I said, they trying to keep that shit for themselves. It's the ones that's all cool and calm and collected that'll get you hooked. This is Yes Me TV. Anybody come through? Please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe. I really need your help. I am here asking for your help. Help me get to 1,000 subs so all these videos that I made will be worth something, worth a damn and not waste of time. because I put in a couple of years trying to get these videos out. I haven't gotten to 1,000 subs yet. I need your help. Please go ahead and like and subscribe and tell me whatever you want to tell me in the comments. I am more than willing and able to give you my feedback. Right now I'm using this little avatar picture, I guess, what they call it, so I could talk to you. And I'm talking to you like this because I got so many videos. I would like you to go ahead and check out my videos. Check out my videos. Check out what I'm doing throughout the day. And check out my conversation. And then if you look at that, then you can get a better feel of who I am, what I'm about, what I'm into. You know, a lot of things I say could be offensive. Some people might call it offensive, maybe say I cuss too much. But that is just a little part of me. It's more to me. I'm very um, sensitive to certain subjects. And yeah, sometimes I go hard in the paint. But for the most part, I am just being me. I'm being myself. It's very easy. I can't be nobody else. That's why I chose to be me on these lives. And I need you to go ahead and hit that like and subscribe. We're going to have a moment of silence. Yep. Well, nobody came through, so I'm going to keep talking. I appreciate everybody who is listening. You know, somebody told me that you're supposed to, you know, well, nobody ain't tell me that. I'm finna just tell a lie. Um, I thought you're supposed to just watch the screen, wait for someone to come through, and then, talk to them like that. But then I seen like sometimes it could be somebody watching and it doesn't show up on your screen because right now it says nobody's watching. But is that true? I don't believe it. I believe in somebody watching because it's always somebody watching. They was watching me when I was clubbing. They was watching me when I wanted to go to the club, and they watching me right now. I'm telling you, I never been so stalked in my life. I've never been so strong armed. I'm being strong armed. They want me to bend to what they say. They want me to fall for the okey doke. They want me to give them any rights to defend myself. And I'm not going to do that. I'm going to defend myself against foreign and domestic terrorism. Because that's what that is, to be V2King me. And then, y'all, it ain't like I got no damn money. They trying to blackmail a broke person. That's why it don't make sense to me. It don't make sense to me. How the hell you gonna blackmail somebody broke? I can't give them shit. I'll give them a hard way to go. That's about it. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe. This is Yesme TV. If you know what I'm talking about, go ahead and put your comment in there. Put your comment in so I know that I'm not in this by myself. I know it's hard to talk about. I know it makes you go into your little shell like a turtle, but you can't be a turtle. It's time for you to stand up and be who God meant for you to be. And that's a strong capable, no nonsense type of person. Take care of your business. That's all I got to say about that. I don't want to go too far thinking about what our creator want because I might have different ideas on that. So please hit that like and subscribe. I'm just here asking for subs, telling y'all a few stories that is true, mind you. These are true stories. These are not fictional. These is some of my experience of going out to the clubs and why I stopped going. Am I telling people not to go to the club? No, I'm just saying be careful. Don't be naive like me, shaking, wringing your ass, and getting drinks without watching who's pouring it and hopping in cars just because they gonna give you a ride, and you think, oh, he's harmless. Well, he turned out to be a damn snake, and the other two they turned out to be um, wackadoos. They're crazy as hell. No, I mean, I still see them in their little three-piece suit in the club trying to get me out to their car. And I was so in myself. I thought I was so, I had it going on. I was looking for the limo ride. I was like, I want to see who's in that limo. And he claimed, oh, it was me, it was me. Probably by the time he got me to the limo, I would have been knocked out. Because it was both of them. It was two of them holding me like side by side, in front of me and on the side of me. Well, like on the side front and on the like they was willing to catch me when I fell if they had to hold me up and walk me to the probably a car and not a limo, but they were trying to get me out of there fast because they was gonna work fast. And yes, these people they look like graduating college students. That they didn't look like they was sophomores. They didn't look like freshmen. They looked like they either graduated or graduating. So that just something that came up in my memory bank that I wanted to share simply because, here I am again being targeted. And the more I think about it, how many times in my life have I been targeted? It's like I've been targeted my whole life and didn't realize what was going on until this right here jumped off. Since this jumped off, I'm wondering how all the things that I didn't see, that was it was all a setup and things that I didn't know what they were. They were just setting my ass up. People been trying to set me up my whole life, it seems, when I think about it. When I think about it now and what I'm going through now, it's like I've been people been trying to set me up from day one, you know. So I wish I could just rewind the tape and just do some rearranging in my life because I'm like that shouldn't have went down like that. I should have reacted um more stronger. I should have known better, but but you don't know. You're young, you're naive, and you don't listen. I guess I wasn't listening, or it wasn't being explained to me good enough. I guess I didn't understand how it really is out here. That people are really out on the hunt for you. They're out to get over, and not everybody is your friend. And people can be very selfish and dangerous. So you gotta be careful out there. Is what I'm saying. Just be careful. Listen to the people that you respect. You know, that's the best way to go. People you respect, listen and listen good. Put it in use, don't just let it go in one ear and out the other, because that's a waste of breath. This is Yesme TV. I am Stranger Babe. I want to thank y'all so much for coming through. Thank you for those likes. I desperately needed them. And I hope you had a chance to sub and put a comment in. If you did those things, I thank you very much. And don't think for 1 second when I get my 1,000 subs, I'm gonna give you my ass to kiss, cause I'm not. I'm gonna be who I am, like how I always been. I won't get the big head if I get 1,000 subs. I ain't gonna cuss nobody out. Tell them I don't need you. I need you. I need you to hit that like and subscribe. This is Yes Me TV. I am Stranger Babe. Bye, stranger. Thank you.